What if I told you, some of the kindest people you know are the ones who secretly can't stand themselves? Think about that for a second. They show up for everyone. They listen, they care, they give. But when it comes to themselves, it's a completely different story. And if you relate to this, you need to hear what's really going on inside your mind. Picture this. There's someone, let's call him Ethan. He's the friend everyone goes to. If you're struggling, he's there. If you're hurting, he listens. He remembers the little things, checks in, and somehow always knows the right words to say. But when Ethan is alone, it's quiet. Not peaceful quiet. Heavy quiet. Because inside his mind, there's a voice constantly telling him, "You're not enough. You don't deserve the same kindness you give. You're only valuable when you're helping others." And the scary part? Most people would never guess. This isn't rare. In fact, psychology has been studying this pattern for years. Research on self-compassion shows that many people are significantly kinder to others than they are to themselves. It's like there are two completely different standards, one for the world and one harsh, unforgiving standard for who they see in the mirror. So why does this happen? Let's break it down. First, kindness can become a coping mechanism. For people like Ethan, being kind isn't just a personality trait. It's survival. Many people who grow up in emotionally unpredictable environments learn to prioritize others' needs. Being helpful, agreeable, and kind reduces conflict and creates a sense of safety. So over time, kindness becomes a shield. If I'm useful, I won't be abandoned. If I'm needed, I won't be ignored. But while they're taking care of everyone else, no one is taking care of them. Not even themselves. Second, the inner critic never rests. People who are kind to others but harsh on themselves often have a hyperactive inner critic. This inner voice usually develops from early experiences, criticism, high expectations, or emotional neglect. So even when no one else is judging them, they are. Constantly. You could have done better. You messed that up. You don't deserve rest. And ironically, the same person who would comfort a friend for making a mistake will mentally punish themselves for days over something small. Third, they don't believe they deserve kindness. Some people genuinely don't believe they deserve the same love they give. This comes from deep core beliefs like, "I am unworthy," or "I am not enough." So when someone compliments them, they deflect. When they succeed, they downplay it. When they need help, they stay silent. Because deep down, they don't feel worthy of receiving what they so freely give. Fourth, helping others distracts them from their own pain. When you're focused on someone else's problems, you don't have to sit with your own. Helping becomes a way to avoid uncomfortable emotions. Not intentionally, not consciously, but effectively. Because as long as they're busy fixing everyone else, they don't have to face what's hurting inside them. Fifth, they tie their worth to being needed. Their value isn't based on who they are, but on what they do for others. So if they stop giving, if they say no, if they rest, they don't just feel uncomfortable. They feel worthless. Now let me ask you something. When was the last time you spoke to yourself the way you speak to the people you love? Not sarcastically. Not critically. Genuinely. Because if you're someone who relates to this, then you've probably been carrying a quiet weight for a long time. You've been strong for everyone else. Present for everyone else. Kind to everyone else. But you've been at war with yourself. And that needs to change. Here's what psychology keeps proving again and again. Self-compassion isn't weakness. It's strength. People who practice self-compassion are more resilient, more motivated, and less likely to burn out. Being kinder to yourself doesn't make you lazy, it makes you sustainable. It allows you to keep showing up without destroying yourself in the process. So start small. Notice your inner voice. Would you say that to someone you love? If the answer is no, then why is it okay to say it to yourself? Instead of saying, "I'm such a failure," try saying, "I'm struggling, but I'm learning." It might feel unnatural at first. That's okay. You're breaking a pattern that's been there for years. And here's the truth most people don't realize. The kindness you give to others, it was never meant to exclude you. You were always supposed to be part of that circle. Not outside it. Not last in line. Included. If this hit you in a way you didn't expect, then you're not alone. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, because we talk about real psychology in a way that actually helps you understand yourself. And if you've ever wondered why you can care so deeply for others, but struggle to feel that same care for yourself, then you need to watch our next video.